Help your employees make much more than 20%. It's so easy. Employees need to see their customers as more than 20% tips in order to give them personal service. Sorry to shock you with its simplicity, but as social as the world is now, you cannot use the business model of the past and still succeed. Your customers have proven a fickle bunch, moving on to the next new hot restaurant or type of steak at the drop of a tweet or like of a page, and you better catch up. Your food and location are no longer the major factors in guaranteeing regular, repeat customers anymore. Your services. One way to achieve the success you are looking for is by helping your servers to genuinely love their time with your customers. Help them see your customers as allies and partners in your employees' dreams and ambitions, and you will accomplish this twofold. When guests return repeatedly and get woven into the fabric of your restaurant's community, it's just human nature for them to take an interest and begin caring for those who care for and serve them. But ask yourself this: why should your employees work at creating good, strong relationships with your customers if you view those customers only as your customers? Good restaurant managers tirelessly generate regular clientele, repeat business, a following, great customer relationships for our boss's business and for our employees all the time. That's what we're paid for. But why should your wait staff? Would you go to someone else's business to create rock solid regular, repeat and referral customer base on top of the job you are already doing? A solid base of regular customers that you are cordially invited to leave behind after years of development if you choose to work elsewhere? Well, if it doesn't make sense to you, why would it make sense to the intelligent people you have hired? That would be like constantly arranging dates with supermodels for someone you barely know and going home alone every night. Look, do yourself a favor and realize the sentence, "The customer is never an interruption. He's the reason we are here," is falling on deaf ears. Your staff feels the entire job is an interruption to their true passions. Whether it be acting, writing, singing, sports, going to school, saving for a car, home or college for the kids, believe me, their passions lie outside of your restaurant and you don't even acknowledge it. Unfortunately, standard business practices has you duped into believing that your food or your restaurant is the most important element of your business success and the remainder of your success relies on your guests. Yet it is your waitstaff who are the pure, unadulterated embodiment and face of your business, the go-to people and sole point of contact and representation of your business during each customer's meal. It astounds me that acceptable practices still treat waiters like an afterthought or even worse. Let's face it, your food alone can't carry you. Your customers are always looking for the next big thing, and once they get it, guess what? They move on. A rock solid, true relationship with the server will guarantee your customers are coming back, plus trying new dishes, referring friends, hosting new events, and creating new friends. A great steak can't do that. No matter how wonderful a steak is, it can't introduce your guest to the chef, ask your guest when he's coming back, or invite him to upcoming events. Only a relationship can do that. And unless you plan to be at every table to keep your business profitable, you need to help your staff create relationships. They won't see how easy or advantageous it is for them on their own. You need to empower your employees to want to make each and every guest return more often, and bring more friends. Only then will your restaurant, blessed past success, move to autopilot domination, capture and maintain the lion's share of customers and profits, plus give you everything you've ever dreamed of. Sound hard? Try being a waiter. Your employees provide a constant level of superior service for you, for which they will receive just 20% tips, and yet knowing this, they come to work every day. They do not gain notoriety, equity, community. New York Times reporters will not be trying to write articles about them. Magazines likely won't mention them personally while showcasing the new hot spot. The head of business development will not come and thank them personally for their part in re-energizing the local business district. And really, they don't care that they won't be featured on a hit series called Top Waiter, because their focus is on their acting, singing, writing, saving, or family. They operate your business as if it were theirs, with no perks, all the problems, little recognition and low pay, yet they are expected to give more than any other employee in any other field. They are expected to give more than 100%, knowing full well the most they can expect in return is about 20%. When you see your amazing staff with the hardworking, giving, hospitable, and supremely generous people that come to work for you every day, you can start to understand the incredible wealth of support, goodwill, competence, and enthusiasm supporting your business that you and your customers take for granted. It is actually openly common practice and acceptable operating procedure to take the entire waiting community for granted, and yet they arrive thanklessly every day to support your business endeavors and put money in your pockets, while simultaneously supporting your customers' unique needs and desires for their individual dining experiences. Your employees are sometimes treated badly by their co-workers, work long, very physical hours with people they don't always get along with, and when things go wrong, even if it was beyond their control, it has become acceptable to personally insult them, embarrass them publicly in front of superiors, tell them to get a real job, and or not give them any money for the time and effort that they did put in. These are the people who should be a major focus of your business model. They are the steam that is driving your engine, the arms and legs of your restaurant. Try focusing on making the engine want to run instead of driving it for years with the check engine light on. Try letting the arms and legs dance a little bit by supporting your servers' dreams the way they support yours. How? It's easy, and there are so many ways. Here is just one. Almost every management reference source will tell you to menu quiz or contest in return for food and beverage prizes for the winners. Highest appetizer sales contest, for example, wins bottle of Bordeaux at the end of the week, for example. Or free dinner at the restaurant for the highest score on the 5-page menu test. It's a great idea, but why not take it a step further and empower your servers to use the gift however they see fit? Perhaps they don't want any more free wine and would prefer cash instead. Maybe they have had everything on the menu and aren't exactly waking up thinking about how to score better on the menu test as a result. Why not give them the power to regift the prize to a customer or even future customer? Imagine the tip, respect, and door that would open for this waiter. Imagine the shock and surprise of this customer when he received a hand-selected bottle of wine for good behavior, or to make a special occasion extraordinary. His gift in his station to the guest of his choice for the reason of his choice. Returning customer, most polite, cutized couple, special occasion, wow, a new customer, bring in a guest who had never heard of the restaurant, or holds a contest of his own in his station to win the bottle. He could test them on their menu knowledge, or even knowledge of him personally, drawing each guest into the fold of his true passion and endeavors, even collecting business cards or contact info for awarding the prize at a later date. Imagine how much more power and pride your servers feel with a big-ticket item at his disposal. Imagine what a different view he now views all of your otherwise anonymous customers and potential customers with. Imagine the different view your customers have regarding a server who took an ordinary evening and turned it into something unforgettably remarkable and newsworthy on all of their social media outlets. You will have true enthusiasm and appreciation from both employees and customers when you focus on supporting and empowering the system that operates and empowers your business. Gets your business thriving. One way is to empower your staff by giving them the option to pass their rewards on to their customers, giving them the opportunity to make much more than 20% and opening the door to a lifelong customer and someone who will be attending that server's place or buying his books. Conclusion: how can you expect your staff to create long-term relationships and repeat customers without the tools to do it with? Conclusion of conclusion: don't hoard your customers. Let your employees have them too. Encourage employees to build great relationships with your customers so they will be the first people to buy the books your employees write and sit in the front row of the lays your employees are in. They are going to buy books and see plays anyway. It's in your best interest that they want to see the dreams your staff is working toward, because it further endears them to the restaurant, and that comes back to you tenfold. How to coach your employees to be better. It's so easy. Coach your employees to be better. It's so easy. Help them make friends. Wouldn't you like to see your customers greeted by employees who are opening doors for them, shaking their hands and treating them like an old friend? Well, guess what? Your customers would like to shop at or eat in a place just like that. They just can't find one. The only reason that is not your store. The only thing standing in the way of your customers having a store they love and call their own, and the employees who love your customers, is you. I think those of us who feel passionately about customer service end up promoted and elevated to a position of managing those who do not. Those who view and do the job as means to an end and see a customer as something they have to contend with before getting back to chatting with co-workers. I've been particularly interested in finding how others motivate less than enthusiastic employees or finding employees who love their jobs and the motivation of their manager's style. All I found was CS professionals boards that preached to and stroked other customer service pros or employee rant and rave boards full of those complaining about their jobs. Now, provided I am in the restaurant business, so perhaps my customer service concept is slightly skewed to the customer too, but reading this board, it struck me that our core need is exactly the same for employees to authentically want and appreciate our customers and how to train, transmit, instill that in employees so they deliver that message 100% of the time. Help your employees friend your customers. Help them connect personally and stick in your customer's mind while he is driving away, while he is at work, on vacation, or buying a book. Give your employees the license to make friends of the business and be memorable. Friends, because no matter what the vision for your store, you need people to come back and buy again and again, and they can't do that if they don't remember your store. There is too much competition out there to think you can sell enough to one-time customers. You need them to come back and, if possible, bringing friends. If you are not helping your staff connect with your customers personally, then you are competing on levels that other businesses can match and maybe even beat. Things like product location and price can change in a heartbeat. Relationships are the added value service that are essentially free to create, and the ROI is everlasting and self-replicating. Friends, because this is who your employees will gravitate toward assisting, who they will go above and beyond for, and make sure they are coming back. Getting these two friends together is your new job, so stop telling your employees the same old thing. The customer is not an interruption. He is the reason we are here. And start showing your employees how each and every customer holds the key to their future happiness. Show them that the only way to have customers ever interested in whether they are a budding author, student, avid car refurbisher, golfer, mom, actor, or pianist, etc., is through relationships. Without a relationship, the customer has no way to get to know them, like them, compliments them in person, and through glowing social media reviews. They can't recommend them to friends, compliment them to management, and help get raises, promotions, and bonuses. The customer can't give them a holiday card with a gift inside for going above and beyond, and they certainly can't ask to buy the book the employee just published or attend the play they are staring in down the street. Perhaps your employees are nervous about building relationships and creating connectivity for the store because it has never been the focus of product or operations training. But now is the time to share your more social-minded training with your staff and seize the lion's share of regular customers through the friendships of your staff. Emphasize with them that you are aware your customers are out seeing plays, buying books, talking golf or motherhood outside of the store, and would be thrilled if they were doing it inside of your store as well, making this the only place they feel like family. Encourage your employees to introduce customers to other employees, managers, or you in the event the employee isn't there. Let's face it. It is now a very social world, and the more reason you give your customers to come to your store, the more of the market you capture. Giving your customers friendship or a really personal connection is one of those value-added experiences that will have them coming back and bringing friends. It will have your employees not only opening doors for them, shaking their hands and getting them coffee. Is it easier to teach this to tipped employees? Absolutely. The promise of cash is a great motivator, but my employees are not interested in promotions, raises, or gifts, plus most don't plan to be in the restaurant business long enough to care. So, in that sense, you have it easier in motivating hourly employees, and all retail employees have to seize how friends can help and strangers can't. It's as easy as being on the lookout for any opportunity to get their customer's name or give them theirs. It's the beginning of all friendship, the "who are you?" part. If they can help open a door on a rainy day or help put packages aside while the customer shops, they are well on their way to getting a name, a regular customer, and a raise. With enough of your enthusiasm, you may find your hourly employees looking for problems to solve in order to start conversations and friendships even off the clock. It's a given that the lack of work ethic and moral compass of the general populace is a widespread problem in this country.